Hello everyone, this is Arna Rana here, your social science teacher from Cambridge International School, Dasua. Dear children, I am here again with my next session, and today we are going to do the revision of chapter 2 of civics, that is diversity and discrimination. Earlier we have tried to cover up most of the topics, and I hope you children have done the reading of the chapter also and the whole concept is clear to you. But still, if you people have any doubt, then you can watch this revision video also, and then again you can do the reading of the chapter. So without taking much of your time, let's start our today's lesson. Dear children, we have discussed like how we people are different from each other and why India is called a land of diversities. And I told you people that sometimes this diversity is not appreciated. And what's the reason behind this? The reason behind this is that we always feel safe and secure with the person, those who look like us, those who talk like us, those who dress like us, um, those who eat like us. And when we meet some people, those who are different from us, we form certain attitudes or certain opinions about these people. And sometimes our opinions or about these people can be negative, or we can consider these people inferior. And in this way, whatever this negative feeling or we are considering somebody inferior, this is known as the prejudice. So check its definition again. When we judge someone negatively or consider them as inferior, this is known as the prejudice. And dear children, I have given you 2-3 examples. First is we have discussed about the rural people. The rural people, like they do not take care of their health. They are illiterate. They are backward. So it's not about all the people. If we find one or two people in the village area, they are like this. We cannot judge all the villages in the same way. Second, we have discussed about the urban people. Urban people, there is a common prejudice about these people. They are lazy, cunning and money minded. It cannot be true for everybody, those who are living in the city area, or for all the urban people. If we are finding one or two people, if they are lazy or they are cunning or they are money minded, this type of people can be found anywhere. It's not like that. If they are the urban people, they will be like this. So these are the different prejudices which we have discussed. And one more example I have discussed, that is related to the English language. If we consider that English is the best language and the other languages, they are not that much important, and if anybody is using other languages than the English, then we can consider that person as inferior. So that's all about prejudice, and our next topic is stereotype. Stereotype, as I have discussed, let's first of all revise this definition. When we fix someone in a particular image, we create a stereotype. Again, listen carefully, watch it properly. When we fix someone in a particular image, we create a stereotype. And for this, we have discussed so many examples. Like we have discussed about the gender stereotypes. Gender stereotypes. I hope you people have done the reading of the chapter, and I told you people there are so many stereotypes about the boys and girls, and we have discussed, we have noted down 3-4 earlier also. Like one is boys don't cry, girls are emotional, they are good at cooking, and the boys are very strong. So these are the different stereotypes which we have discussed. So we cannot put any gender in a particular image, because everybody is different, everybody is unique, and everyone has the special qualities. Then we have discussed one stereotype about the Muslim girls. What was that stereotype? The stereotype is that the Muslim people, they don't send their girls to the school. And what is the reason behind this? What's the reality? These people are poor, so they are not able to send their girls to the school. And one more stereotype we have discussed, that is about the disabled children. Disabled children are those who having some physical deformity, or either they are mentally retarded. So nowadays we are calling them children with special needs. Children with special needs. And these children, they are getting special educations in the school, which are specially meant for these people. And sometimes these people, they are also carrying some stereotypes about themselves, their own feeling, like they are not considering them equal part of the society. So their own feelings, they are also becoming the stereotypes for these people. And sometimes we people, we are also not behaving them properly. We are also not considering them as an equal part of society, or we are not considering them as equal to us. So our opinions, our feelings toward these people, these also create stereotypes. So dear children, these are the two topics which we have discussed. First is prejudice. I hope this is clear. When we consider someone, when we judge someone negatively or consider them as inferior, means when we are carrying some negative feelings, or we are thinking of other as they are not equal to us, or we are considering them as inferior, then this is the prejudice. Second, we have discussed about the stereotype. Stereotype means when we try to fix someone in a particular image. And as I have discussed, we all are different. Everybody has a unique qualities. Everybody is unique. Everybody is special. So we cannot put everybody in a particular image. Like boys, they are different. Girls, they are different. Their feelings, their choices, their likes, their dislikes, everything is different. So we cannot consider like all girls, they have to do only one particular thing, and all boys, they should be like this. So these all are the stereotypes, and we should not believe in these stereotypes. Then we have discussed some examples of gender stereotypes, then about the religions, and then some disabled children in our society. Now our next topic is inequality, and next is discrimination. Inequality we have discussed earlier also. When a person does not get equal resources and opportunities in the society, which are available to other. For example, we have discussed like poor people, they also face inequality. And second was our caste system. As we have discussed in chapter 1 also, there was one story of Samir Ek and Samir Do. These both children are different from each other, but still there is some inequality. One is able to go to school and the other child is not able to go to school. So that is the inequality. One has access to school, he can pay the fee of the school, but the other, he is not able to go to school and he is selling the newspaper for his livelihood. So this is inequality in our society. Second was the caste system. Caste system, I told you people earlier also, the society was divided into different groups on the basis of their work. Whatever the work a person is doing, that is becoming his caste. For example, if a person is doing the work of a potter, then that will be his caste. and his whole family, they will be involved only in that occupation. For example, his son, he can become only a potter, he cannot change his family occupation. So that is also an example of inequality. The people, they were not supposed to choose the occupation of their choice. Our next topic is discrimination. Discrimination happens when we act on our prejudices and stereotypes. Dear children, we have discussed about these prejudices also. We have discussed about the stereotype also. Prejudice means when we are just judging someone, when we are considering them as inferior. We are just thinking these all negative things about a particular person. But when we start behaving accordingly, when we start behaving accordingly, then it becomes discrimination. Clear? Same happens for the stereotype also. We are just fixing someone in a particular image. For example, I have discussed earlier also, there is a stereotype, girls are not good in sports. So that is a stereotype. That is the image which we have made for the girls. Like the sports is, the girls are not fit for the sports. So if there is a situation like if we have to send our girl child, she's willing to join any sports activity, but we have just fixed the girls in a particular image. Now we are not allowing her to participate in those activities. So what we are doing, we are doing discrimination. We are discriminating our girl child. I hope this concept is clear. These all are the different things which just goes on in our mind. But when we start believing this and when we start behaving according this, then it becomes discrimination. Discrimination happens when people act upon their prejudices and stereotypes. Prejudices and stereotype, these are only the negative feeling, or we are just trying to fix someone in a particular image. But when we start acting on these prejudices and stereotype, that become discrimination. If we put other people down and if we stop them from taking part in certain activities, if we stop them from taking up jobs, if we stop them from entering certain areas, if we do not allow them to drink tea from the same cup or glasses as others, we are just discriminating these all people. And one example of discrimination we have discussed earlier also, like the poor people. The poor people, they always face discrimination because these people are poor. They are always discriminated in the schools, offices, hospitals, everywhere. And we have seen one example of Samirek and Sametu. So the one is not able to go to school. He was discriminated. So that's all about discrimination. And one more reason for this discrimination is our caste system. So let's discuss about this caste system in detail. As I told you earlier also, the society was divided into different groups based upon their work. So the people, they were doing different works like teaching, carpentry, pottery, weaving, fishing, farming, collecting garbage, cleaning, washing. These all are the different types of the work. But there are some activities which are considered as more important, which are considered as the superior, which are valued more, and some activities which are not that much valued. So you can see here, these activities like teaching, carpentry, pottery, weaving, fishing, farming, etc. These all are considered as the important activities and these are valued more. While some activities like cleaning, washing, cutting hair, picking garbage, etc., these are not that much valued. And the people, those who are involved in this work, they are considered as dirty and impure. And this is an important aspect of the caste system. This caste system can be considered as a ladder in which the people, those who consider themselves as the superior, they call them as the upper caste people, and those which are at the bottom of this ladder, they are called as the lower caste people. So I am just writing here upper caste people and then the lower caste people. And these lower caste people, they are called as untouchables. They are called as untouchables, and these people, they prefer themselves to called as Dalits. And these people, they are discriminated everywhere. They are just supposed to do the work of only cleaning the area, and then collecting garbage, picking garbage, and they are not supposed to do other work than this. And these people, they were not allowed in the houses of upper caste people or the areas which were used by the upper caste people. These people are not allowed to enter the temples. They are not supposed to use the well to take water which is used by the upper caste people. Even these children, they are not supposed to sit with the children of the upper caste. And even in the schools also, they are sitting separately. And they are also using different utensils for taking their food. And one incident which I have discussed earlier also, that is related to the life of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. He was also an untouchable Dalit, and he has faced discrimination when he was 9 years old, and I have shown you one video also. I hope you all people have watched that. So dear children, that's all about this caste system. And now we are going to discuss about our next topic, that is striving for equality. What equality? So equality means to be equal. When everybody is getting the equal resources and equal opportunities in the society, we can say that there is equality in the society. As I have discussed earlier also, like we people, we have struggled for our freedom, and in that struggle, there are some people, those who have struggled for the inequalities also, like the Dalits people, women, peasants, and tribals. They have also fought for the inequalities in their lives. The Dalits organized themselves to gain entry into the temples. As I have discussed, these people were discriminated by the upper caste people. So they also organized themselves to get entry into the temples or to the different places where they were prohibited. Next is the women. They also fought for the right to education as that of men. Peasants and farmers, they also tried to get freedom from the moneylenders. So there are so many groups in our society which they have struggled for the inequality which they have faced in their lives. When our constitution was framed, when it was drafted, so the leaders, those who were framing that constitution, they were aware of these all inequalities which were present in our society. So they have to set out a vision in which they can ensure that everybody is treated equally. So in our Constitution of India, which was adopted on 26 January 1950, there are certain provisions which ensure that we all are equal. So I am going to discuss about these provisions one by one. I hope you have read about this earlier also. First is all are equal before law. Second is untouchability has been abolished. Third is government jobs are open to all. People are free to choose the occupation. Next is all religions are treated equally. let's again revise this. These are the various provisions in the Constitution of India. First is all are equal before law. Everybody, the one who belongs to different caste or gender or to different regions, religions, they all are considered equal in front of law. Next is untouchability has been legally abolished. Earlier it was in practice, but when this has been now legally abolished. Next is government jobs are open to all. Next is people are free to choose their occupation. Earlier the people, they are just supposed to be in the same group, but now people are free to choose their occupation. Next is all religions are treated equally. So these are the various provisions which are in our constitution to ensure equality. In our constitution, no one religion has been considered as the national religion. They have just given the due importance to all the religions. No language has been considered as the national language. No festival has been considered as a national festival. It means the people, those who belong to different religion, those who speak different languages, those who celebrate different festival, they all are kept in mind and none of their feelings were hurt. We all are free to celebrate any festival, to practice any religion, to speak any language. So dear children, that's all about equality. And now again I want to recapitulate whatever we have discussed today. Today, first of all, we have discussed about prejudice. Prejudice means to judge someone negatively or to consider them as inferior. Second, we have discussed about stereotype. Stereotypes means when we fix someone in a particular image, we create a stereotype. You people have to write down one example of your own for these all definitions, whatever I am discussing, these all topics like prejudice, then stereotype. Inequality also I have discussed twice or thrice. Then discrimination, when we act on our prejudices and stereotypes, we create discrimination. You have to write down one example for discrimination or also of your own, that should not be from the book. So I hope these three topics are clear. Then in this discrimination, we have discussed about the caste system, about the Dalits, also untouchable people, and one incident of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's life. And our last topic of this chapter was striving for equality, like how the people, they have struggled for equality. They have just fought against the inequalities in their lives. And then how the constitution, they have made some provisions by which everybody in India, they can be considered equal. So dear children, I hope these all 4-5 concepts are clear to you. Prejudice, stereotype, inequality, discrimination and equality. So these 5 topics we have discussed in this chapter. Now what's your duty? You have to read the chapter again. That's all about today. I hope you all have enjoyed this session. So just take care of yourself, do your work on time, take proper rest, help your parents in some household work, and keep on learning. Thank you. Have a nice day.